What's going on, blue collar businessman? Have you ever seen a man that's been disrespected by his wife for the dreams that he has? And have you ever noticed that when that man feels disrespected, he ends up settling for less? And then when he settles for less, his family ends up with less? This is something really important. And I've seen it by talking to a lot of blue collar businessmen from a whole lot of men. When their wives don't believe in what they see in their vision and their dreams for their business, it really affects them. It affects their confidence, it affects the way they feel, it affects the decisions that they make. I can tell you from my past experiences, when I started the blue collar businessman movement and community, my wife didn't understand, and she looked at me one night and we were having a conversation and she goes, why are you doing this? You're not making, the money that you put into it. I'm like, so why are you doing it? And I looked at her and said, this was a dream given me by God. So it's not something that I would have done before. Sitting here talking to you is something I would have never dreamed I've ever would have been doing before. And at that time, when we were having that conversation, when she said that, it did kind of hurt for a second. But here's the thing about it is when I had that conversation with her and said, look, this is something that's greater than me, something that's bigger than me, and this is where God wants me to go. Then the conversation changed. But we had that conversation. And at the same time, yes, it did hurt a little bit. And when you have a big dream, not everybody's going to understand it. And your wife's not going to understand it. So I know for me, and I don't know if this will help you or not, but when you have that dream of and this vision of doing something big, building your business really big, and then when you get it to be big, then you can help people. And that's the greatest thing about it. And that's what I get to do when I help y'all, is to serve y'all and help y'all become better and help your family become better. Because I've seen too many times where when something goes bad, when you have a business and your wife says you need to stop and go do something else, men will stop. And when they lose that dream, they lose their passion for life. They lose their purpose for life, for creating something that's bigger than them, that's going to help their family out. So guys, if you're having this problem right now and your wife doesn't believe in what you're doing, or your wife doesn't even believe in you reaching out and getting help from someone, the business help that you need, just know that that's okay. You're not the only one, but just have the conversation with her, going, I know you may not agree with this, but I need to do this. And if I don't do this, then it means I'm going to settle for less. And when I settle for less, that means you're going to get less and the family gets less, because I'm losing part of who I am. And guys, you don't ever want to lose part of you. When you lose part of you, you lose part of who you were made to be. And during those times when it's really hard and you want to give up, you cannot give up. That's when you got to push even harder. Because if you want to succeed in life, there's going to be a lot of hard times, going to be a lot of hard aches. And if you keep pushing through them, you'll get to the other side and it will be so much worth it. But if you let your wife talk you out of it, you'll never get to where you want to get to. She'll never get what she wanted out of life, because you're both settling on something that seems to be safe or secure. And when you try to be safe and secure, you end up just struggling through life. And then when you struggle through life, then your family, your kids will struggle, because you did not do what you know you needed to do. Because that's one thing that I'm set on doing, is not making sure my kids have to struggle. Now, it's on their choice. It's going to be their decisions, which will make them either have to get on the struggle bus or not be on the struggle bus. Then it's going to be up to them. But I know y'all want the same thing for y'all's kids. So don't ever quit. Don't ever let someone else talk you out of it. And I know it's hard, especially when it's your wife. But you got to remember, guys, she doesn't see the same thing you do. You see what you want to build and how good it's going to be for your family. The best way to go back and talk to your wife is, look, I know you don't understand this, But this is why I'm doing it, and this is why I'm doing it for. It's not for just for me. It's for you and for the kids. And share that vision with her. You can't just sit there and keep struggling all day long and keep going to your, to your business, which is your job, and keep going. And she expect to see something change, You have to change. You have to be willing to change in order to get to where you want to. That change means, you start investing in yourself. You start reading books. You start listening to podcasts. You hire a coach, whatever it may be. You have to change what you're doing if it has not been working for you. But it all starts with you just having a conversation. And wives, if you're listening to this, and yes, you may be mad at me right now, but I'm okay with that too. But if your man settles for less because you want to take the safe approach, you're going to have a less of a man, because he's going to settle for less than who he can become and who he knows he wants to be. Don't ever settle for less. Keep going even when it seems like it's the wrong thing to do, because it's probably the right thing to do. Everything that seems wrong is the right thing to do, and everything that seems right is the wrong. Because if you play it safe, do everything that's safe, I'm going to tell you, you think that's the safe thing to do and the right thing to do, well, guess what? It's not. It's the thing that's going to keep you where you are today. It's never going to let you grow, never going to let you become who you need to become, and it's not going to let you have the marriage and the family that you are looking to create and to have. So don't ever settle for less than who you are, even if it means having a conversation with your wife going, I know you don't agree with this, but I'm going to do it. I need your support. I'm not asking for your permission. Just give me your support, and if you don't want to give me support, I'm still going to do it anyways, because it's not just about me, it's for us. And you may not understand it right now, but you'll understand it in the future. So guys, keep pushing forward. I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourself. Wives, it's more important than ever for you to believe in your man right now, because you need a man that's going to stand up when times get tough and to do the right thing when he knows he needs to do the right thing, even sometimes when you don't agree with it. Just support him and have his back. You support your man and have his back, you'll see what he can conquer in life and what he'll give to you later on. Guys, I love you. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.